Hey guys, welcome back to the Twenteen podcast.
Hello.
I'm your co-host Caroline,
Co-host is Kimmie.
and we are going to talk about black hair.
Black hair.
Today. So, what's
was
your
saying-
experience with having black hair?
With having black hair.
Yeah.
Um,
Obviously, you have a certain texture.
it's a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a roller coaster of emotions. I feel like being a natural hair girly, it's not for the weak.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not like
It's not. Big ups to all you who have 4C hair out there, because
Big
it's
ups.
honestly hard.
Big ups.
I also have 4C hair, and
So
it was
hard.
genuinely a journey to try to figure out like what to do with my hair. Since I was a little girl, I did not really have a lot of control over my hair. Like, my hair was obviously just like done by my mom, because my mom was not gonna let me walk out the house thinking any type of way.
Yeah.
As you grow up, you kind of like want a little bit more independence in doing your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I have the now I have to do it with my hair, and I don't know how. And my mom, she had permed my hair when I was little. So I had permed hair, and girl, you could not tell me nothing. You could not tell me nothing when I had some permed hair. Like, my hair, it was breaking off. It was breaking off. It was inching up. And you could not tell me anything. In middle school, I used to wear my hair in a little ponytail in the middle of my head. You could not tell me anything. Okay, I knew that I was so fly with my two strands of breakage perm hair. I was like, I'm so gorgeous. Like, I have the straightest, whitest hair. I mean, I think it also plays into the part of like when we were growing up. Like, I love now that it's like a generation of people who are like, black is beautiful. Like, tell your little girls they're beautiful. Their hair is beautiful. Like, show them how to do their hair. We have a lot more representation now, especially like in commercials as well. Like, everything like that. Like, products wise, like the lines are just getting bigger and bigger and better, and I'm so like happy for like people who are younger than us, because they're getting a different experience than we had. Now I had permed hair breaking off, falling off, but I think it also just played a part into my white counterparts. Obviously, like my first memories were in Georgia, and everybody had straight white hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had black, straight brown hair. They're white. They had, not that much texture or anything like that. And I was the only one with textured hair. And I remember I had in elementary school, I had one Indian friend. I don't know. I had like this little boy, he was my Indian friend. I had like this little white girl who was also my bestie in elementary school in Georgia. I don't know if they recognize me now. I don't know.
Shout out.
Honestly, like, that would be so cool. Honestly though, I thought that he was Ravi from Jessie.
Yeah.
I thought that was him. When I left Georgia, this is just how a kid's brain work, okay? I was like, he's the only Indian I've known, a boy at that. And then Jessie starts up. I was like, that's him. I said, my friend is on TV. I said, how did he get there before me? Mind you, we had talked in a previous podcast before where I thought I was going to be on the Disney Channel as a child. I thought I was going to be a Disney sensation. So he sort of...
I'm sorry, I can't believe you really sat there and was like, oh my God, Robbie. And he's like, my name is not Robbie, it's Sanjay.
Seeing him on the TV before me, I was like, ain't no way he made it. Ain't no way he made it at the complex.
I was like the cul-de-sac.
At the cul-de-sac. Ain't no way he made it at the cul-de-sac.
No way. Oh, I made it out the cul-de-sac. Yo.
Right. So one day in elementary school, like, obviously my mom put some braids in my hair, and the gasp, the clutching of the pearls.
Yep.
What?
A nigga.
How did you grow your hair?
Yeah.
What? It was like that type of like expression, and I would just be like,
oh, that triggered me, because that literally reminded me of my own childhood.
I'd be like, I just I drank some serum and it grew my hair out. I used to say like a whole bunch of different things, like, and tell them or whatever. And then when I would come with my hair cut, I'd be like, I got tired of my hair being so long. Like, I just had to cut it. Oh, so you was
lying to bitches?
Yes. I was having fun. I was acting. Everything I did was acting. In my kid mind, acting. Yes, I was that bitch. Yeah.
Oh no.
So I was like, but I can't convince him that this is my real hair. And I took that personally. Oh, God. I took that personally. So yeah, I feel like having like straight like hair was like equivalent to me being like my counterparts in Georgia. So my permed hair, I was like, I love her. And then it got to the point where it was like, you have like a bob, and you didn't ask for
Your hair is supposed to be growing.
You have a bob, and you did not ask for a bob. You want like inches down your back, and I used to like put in like clip-in extensions or whatever. My mom put clip-in extensions. Girl, I was eating them up. I was eating them up.
You could see the.
I was eating them up. I was like,
I could tell you could see the extensions.
No, you could not. But I was eating them up. I was swinging my hair back and forth like you couldn't touch me. I was that bitch, right? So then it got to a point where I got to high school. I don't remember if it was my freshman or my sophomore year, where it was just like, no, it's not looking cute anymore. I was like, I have to go bald. Like, I have to cut it off.
Shave it all.
And luckily at the same time was like the renaissance of like natural hair movement, like people on YouTube doing a natural hair like type of thing. Yeah. So I was like, time to cut it off. I guess I'm gonna go bald. Like I'm glad I had the confidence to just be like, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna be bald. I'm gonna be a lone ranger, the baldest of the baldest bitches out here in the world, right? So I just cut my hair. I was bald. Like I was generally bald. I think I cut my hair like maybe like 3 other times. Like I let it grow out for a little bit, and then I cut it like 3 other times in my span of being in high school. And then eventually I let it grow out, and I was like, it's time to deal with it. I was like, it's time to deal with my natural hair. I can no longer just like pretend that it doesn't exist. Yeah. Like, that my hair isn't a part of me, and it is. So that's when the products had to start coming out. I had to start getting the little flakies, because I'll mix 2 products that didn't gel well. Ooh. And I'll start getting little flakies. People be like, what is that? Ew, what is that? I swear my hair, I just washed my hair yesterday. It just dried down to this texture, and it's flaking, but it's not done. I promise. It's just a product. You cannot convince black people. You cannot. No, white people, sorry.
I was like,
any people.
It's definitely
white people. Not convince them. So, but yeah, I feel like growing into myself just also came with like figuring out my hair. Very much so.
Yeah. I think in the black community, especially for black women, your hair is it's literally your whole entire personality. It becomes your whole personality. Even like there's like a sliver of it where it's like, oh no, like I am a human being, like I have other like things that would make me a human being and make me like personality wise, but there's a huge chunk of it as a black woman where it's like, nah, it's your hair and how you look. It's your hair and how you look, and it's ingrained in you as a child. Like I think I ended up watching like a movie about it with, oh god, I don't know that lady name.
What's the movie called?
I think it's like Napoli Ever After.
Oh, I saw that movie. Yeah.
That movie was actually like, I love that movie just for the fact of it hits on every single point of you being a black girl as like growing up, like a black woman, like a black girl turned to a black woman, and just trying to deal with your hair. Yeah. Because I was telling my mom literally yesterday, because I had did a twist out, like my hair is twisted out. I usually do twist outs. But like I did it, like I was doing it like in the living room, and she was just like, oh, like your hair is so cute, da da da. And I told her, I was like, you know, strangely enough, in the black community, it is like a canon event, like, you know, like in Spider-Man when he's like, oh, it's a canon event, it must happen. It's a canon event to see a little black girl have her hair permed. And you just know she's going to get one bad fucking perm where, like, half her head burnt the fuck off. Yeah. And it's either going to change her to be natural, or she's going to continue getting perm.
Yes. When I
like,
tell
that
you,
little split in that road, it happens. Because it happened to me.
When I tell you that I literally, like, when they would perm my hair, like, they were not careful. I used to go home with big old chunks of burnt spots on my head. Like, it was not, it's like, why are you even putting yourself through something like that? Like, you should not. No. You know, and my hair would be stuck in the burn. It would be stuck in that big old chunk of burn. And I had such a sensitive scalp. And I would sit there and tell them, oh, it's burning, it's burning. No, you got to keep it on there longer. Because if
it's burning, it's working.
If you don't keep it on there longer, then your hair's not going to be as straight. Your hair's not going to be as straight. And when I tell you, I would sit there, I would start crying. They wouldn't believe me until I was crying in tears. Like, they didn't care.
Love to cry.
I love to cry. It's my best emotion.
It's my favorite emotion.
It's my favorite emotion because it gets the point across.
I feel like every time when I cry, someone's like, ooh.
Don't do that.
Stop that.
People definitely get it comfortable when you start crying, but I think I like it.
You just don't care.
I literally don't care.
Just don't care.
Like, I have to feel my emotions, and crying is a part of that. Like, I have to.
I cry by myself a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, like I don't cry in public. Like I try really hard not to cry in public because I'm like, oh, like every time that I've done it, the way how people look at me,
people react like you're crazy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. I have emotions.
React like I'm butt ass naked and I'm flicking my shit across to them. Like that's what they look at. Like, like look at me like,
monkey.
Yeah, for real. Like they're like, oh god, what the fuck? And I'm just like, sorry, I'm emotional because I'm very emotional. Like it's not like I'm not, but it's just so funny.
I think we're in the same coin. We're on the same point. We're the two most emotional ass bitches. Like
sure. Because I remember the first time that I got my hair permed and it was and like it was like bad perm, like it burnt my hair. Because I remember I had switched my hairstylist, like my because my hairdresser, she was too far from like my mom, like to keep driving back and forth. I think she was like in Pembroke Pines or some shit like that. And at the time I lived at Plantation, so my mom was like, bro, I'm not doing this like every fucking like couple of months, bro. Like this shit is just not happening. Yeah. So we found one that was like down the street, and I went in there and it was like packed. It was like the whole entire salon is packed. It was like a salon / like hair shop. Right. So it's like you can get your hair products or whatever, and then like you like went to the corner and then boom, it's like the hair salon. And my mom was like, oh, she had went to her, she was really good or whatever. And then like I was like my turn to go to her, and stores like the fucking salon's packed. Like this lady is like bouncing between like 3 different clients, like 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like she washed this one, throw them in the dryer. She's sitting there like straightening their hair or blow drying their hair, and I was like the 4th person that came in that was for her. Right. And she was like, I'm gonna wash your hair and then I'm gonna put like the permanent whatever, like that, the process of it. So like she washes my hair and then she starts putting the permanent, and then she like left and like to do somebody else's hair. And I remember the minute she put it on me, like I feel it now. Like I feel like the spot that it got burnt and the tingle goes down my spine. That's literally what I felt. It's like the tingle went down my spine. I was like, oh shit, this is burning me. Yeah. And I was like, this is burning me. And then she like G shit turns around and is like, if it's burning, it's working, and just continued. And I was just like, nah, it's burning. It's burning my bitch. Skin. Bitch, I'm burning. Yes. And then like she went to wash my hair, and literally like half of my hair. So like if I'm looking at the camera, like, so you know, like I have hair like back here, so it's like right here at the nose level and down, burnt. So that's like 50% of my hair burnt and clumped up. Yeah. And she went to wash it, and she was like, oh. And when she said, "Oh," I said, "Oh."
It must have been like a reaction that was happening in your hair, because even then, for it to burn off like that, like,
it burnt, clumped up, and like it took forever to grow. Like my hair could not grow at all. Like no matter what I did, it did not grow, and it was just like half of my. So like that was probably the most like embarrassing thing I ever had to like deal with. It was just like go to school with like half of my hair burnt. So it's like beanies and everything like that for like a couple of weeks, high key. And then at that point I think I went back to her, and then she like did a sew-in for me, because she's like, oh, we have to like try to get your hair back. So I did a sew-in.
You went to the same lady?
Yeah, because that was like the only person I knew at that, like my mom knew at that time. Right. So did the sew-in was fine, you know. It was just itchy as hell because I wasn't used to that. Like I've always had my hair out. Even when I was like a kid, it was like braided or twisted up, but it's out. It wasn't like I've never had something cover it like that before. So it was very itchy. Yes. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I want to say that I think a lot of times we're like, a lot of black people are actually allergic to the synthetic hair, and they don't even realize.
They don't know, because when I mean it was itchy, like I could, like, like the minute she was done, I was in my head itching, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like my head's itching. And then I think I did the weave for like 3 months, and then I did it again for the next 3 months. And it's like sophomore year of like the starting sophomore year of like
of high school.
And it's like, yeah, this happened like in that summer. Like I remember I went to New York that summer to like visit my family, and I was in a wig. Like I was not awake, but I was sewed up. I was like in a weave, and then we did it again for sophomore year, like the beginning of it. And I think I took it out like September or like October. But when I took it out, it was like it was time to be taken out. Right. Like it was stiff. It was giving gross. I took it out. And then the lady like looked at me and was like, okay, we could do the sew-in like one more time, or like I can like leave your hair out, or like I can like cut the damaged hair off, and then we can see if we could like do the sew-in.
Did she do this for free?
No.
Cause she best believe if you mess my hair up, you're gonna do it for free.
Like, you would have to.
Yeah, you definitely have to.
No, she didn't do it for free. No, we had to pay, but she like gave us a discount. So it wasn't like we were paying like full price, but it was definitely discounted.
But you hear about like the hairstylists now, it's like nowadays.
I don't want to hear about them no more because I'm sorry, you're charging me like $300 for a blowout. Girl, I could do a blowout.
But like the stories now, like of people just getting
there are like
scammed.
horror stories.
Yes,
there are more horror stories there are now than there were back then.
Yeah,
like I don't know what happened from back then and now, but I feel like a lot of people are like oh they just like they just like think they could like big and bad type shit like da da da. And I was like, I think honestly they don't understand that like the natural hair community, like you being natural, did hurt like hair salons. It hurt a lot of hair salons. Like when I decided to be natural was actually at the beginning of natural hair renaissance. Like that natural hair renaissance, I was like
everybody
a part
was on
of the
YouTube.
Beginning. Yeah. YouTube University.
Yep.
Y'all know.
Yep. Lock method.
Yes, everything, bro.
Like,
because I was there for it. Like I remember seeing people like it was like when they started their channel, the first episode was this is the big chop.
Yep.
This is the big chop. Yes,
I was
big
seeing
chop
so many.
This, big chop
like
that.
there's even YouTubers like still going now, but like that was what made them popular was them doing a big chop.
Big chop.
And just yep.
I was a part of that because I didn't do a big chop necessarily where it's like I didn't shave my head because people was shaving their head. I did not do that.
I was bald.
I know you was bald. I was damn near bald. I had like this much hair,
looking like a peanut head.
Not like the little peanut.
You could palm it.
Not
like you vomiting.
Like a
yeah, you could palm that shit. Rub your hands through it. Like my siblings just love touching my head. Like it was just.
I would never absorb it so much.
They just love touching my head because it was just yeah. And the way that I would literally grease it up, like you would see, you would like.
Grease it
I didn't even have that much. I didn't even have that much hair to grease. Anyways, it was like this much hair, and I would take it and I just run grease through it. Right now the grease gonna be dripping down my face, dripping down the back of my neck. Like I'm swimming in grease. Like one time, I hope that this person does not ever watch this podcast episode.
It don't matter.
I was sitting. It was like a New Year's party, or whatever, and we went to like a family friend's house or whatever. They had like this cloth over the couch, and I literally had so much grease in my head. Did not realize that when I sat back, I literally left a big old grease spot on the cloth. The way that the fastest I've ever. Fastest I've ever took a pillow and set it in front of that grease stain. And when we left, I didn't say shit. What was I gonna say?
I would have been like, you gotta.
I'm
babe.
sorry. I'm just so greasy.
I'm so greasy.
like, there's just things that you do as a kid that you just don't like. You have to, like, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
And when it's actually executed,
it's crazy. Is because I know as an adult,
you're just like, no.
as an adult, if I would have seen that, like if that was my house, that was my fucking cloth, like on the fucking couch, and I like moved the pillow and I
just see
a
big old grease stain.
Grease stain, I would call all my friends and be like, which one of your greasy headed ass kids done left this big ass grease stain on my fucking couch? Cause then they need to wash it. They need to stop doing that.
Like, how do you even? It's so hard to get grease out of stuff. So even
that's what I'm saying. I would have had to throw it out, but I would have
know.
I would have found the culprit. I'd be like, no. We need to find who did this.
I mean, honestly, they probably didn't know it was a grease stain. They weren't black. They're just probably like, what is this?
Oh, that's even worse. They probably thought some kid doodoo. Just like,
it's like I don't even know. Like
they definitely thought some kid doodoo themselves.
Like pissed or something. I don't know.
They were like, doodoo themselves.
But yeah, I was just like, as a kid, I was like, yeah, it's gonna make my hair real soft, and I just didn't expect it to travel. Like I did not expect to. Like I survived a rainforest attack. Like I was swimming. I was just swimming, like grease just dripping down my face. Cause yeah, it's not gonna stay on your head. Like if you use too much of it, but. That's just like hindsight.
You know what's the craziest from part being a kid. Is that's why I only use like coconut oil and stuff in my hair. Because
coconut oil. I'm pretty sure it was probably coconut oil.
Yeah, no. The thing is, coconut oil stays in my hair.
Really? Coconut oil just bleeds from my head.
You know what bleeds from my head though is black castor oil.
Really?
Like Jamaican black castor oil. Like I remember, this was when I was working at Publix. Yeah. And like I did like a twist out, and then like I, because it's twisted up, I like sat there and was like, let me oil my scalp. So I used the black Jamaican castor oil. Did that. went to work, took my
It's
hair
just so
out.
thick too, though.
I literally remember it so vividly. Like, it literally dripped in the middle of my forehead, and I literally wiped it off. I was like,
Yes, that's how I was living life.
Yeah, no.
I was living life like I had a jerry curl, but I didn't.
No, that's what it felt like. I was like, oh, girl, I don't have no jerry curl. I'm not using this black castor oil no more. And then I went back to coconut oil because I was like, that's the only thing that stays in my head.
Yeah, no, coconut oil will slip right out. Slip right out.
Slip out your
slip right out.
Your basketball.
Yep. Just you could palm it and your fingers would just slip out.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
That's gross. Yeah, no, you're brave. Like I said, I had like probably an inch or two of actual hair.
But I also just had audacity. Like, nobody could tell me shit. Like, even if I had grease dripping down my forehead, I'd be like, yeah. Yeah.
No, I could not talk to you like you ain't just wipe away grease. I could not talk to
and
you.
what you gonna say about it? What you gonna do?
You was greasy. What the hell? What are you, a car?
No, I'm just moisturized.
You're a car.
I'm moisturized. That's what I would see it as.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I just love how delusional you were.
Thank you.
You were so delusional.
Yeah, but you know what? I was the happiest I've ever been.
You honestly, you still are. Like, it's not like you're not happy. You're still very happy.
But yeah, when I'm unbothered, I feel like I'm the happiest ever. Like, I'm sorry. I hate people who come into my space and just bother me.
I was about to say, yeah, you do the best being completely unbothered and just like delusional. Like, those are your like MOs.
Those are my strengths.
Those are your strengths.
Because some people would see that as not strengths, but honestly, like,
no, those are your strengths for sure.
I would rather be happy. I'd rather be a little delusional and be extremely happy.
Yeah. I'm trying to honestly like take a page out your book and do that myself because I feel like being a Pisces, I feel too much all the time.
I'm not saying I don't feel.
No. It's just like the way how I feel. It's like I feel it, then I take that person's like feelings and then I make it my own, and it's just too much for me. So it's like it takes me out the delusion almost every single time. It's like like it'd be like I'm at work and I'm just sitting there working and my boss being an asshole to me, and it's like that's now like 7 days gone of my life because now I'm just irritated for 7 whole days. And it's just like, I don't know, those feelings that I
hold on to them. I feel like I could probably like you would do something to me, I will feel it. Like, it depends on what you do though. But like, if like I'll be like, okay, but then I know that for me personally, I have to be away from you to get over it. Like, I cannot sit there and be up in your face, because if I'm up in your face, it's gonna fester. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm away from you and I'm doing something else, I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was about to say, I think last year was literally the year where I was like, oh, she has to be unbothered.
Who?
Like you have to be unbothered, because like I think like the first part of the year. The first part especially, where you hit me up and you were like, this R&B artist, his name is Mac. Mac Aries, I don't know what his name is. It is?
I think that's how you say his name.
I don't know, but you were like, this man is coming into town in like 2 weeks. We need to go. And then like I bought the ticket and I was like, okay, I'm going. And the way how like we were driving there and you were like, I'm so irritated. You were like, I can't do this. I'm so fed up. Like, you were just like, my anxiety's through the roof. I've already had so many panic attacks. Like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Yeah, like in the car, I was just like, I feel you, babes. Though I feel you. Yeah. And then it was even funnier because the minute we got in there and dissociated, I was like, this is what we needed.
You're like,
wow.
And he was so good. Like,
I actually recommend him.
Yeah, it was very ethereal, the feeling. But yeah, I feel like I can get sometimes in a space where it's like, oh my gosh, like, and it's like
no,
panic,
but after
like, oh my gosh.
That,
but then after, like, when I calm myself down, that's like, I'm great. Like, let's frolic in a field, the best day ever. You know what's so crazy? I feel like a lot of times when I have a lot of anxiety or whatever, I'm like, this is the worst feeling in the world. Like, I'm never gonna get over this. Da 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 da. Like how do people like deal with this? Da da da. And then when I get over it and I haven't experienced it for a while, I'm like, what's anxiety? I don't know what it is. I have never felt that before. Like, that's so crazy.
You when I grow up, because the way how I literally told my boyfriend, I think I told him, the second year, the second or the first year we were dating, I like told him straight up, I was like, I don't think I've ever gone a day without feeling anxious.
Really?
Like, I think even as a child, they were like I remember now where I was like, oh my god, like I was like an anxious little kid. Like everything, like it was like one little thing, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
I was an anxious child too, but I feel like it didn't get as bad until
it got
until
worse
a certain age
older.
where it was just like all hell's gonna break loose. But then once Like sometimes, like in high school, it's like once I had the panic attack, it was like, oh, I'm fine now. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I think in high school I wasn't as anxious, but it was like, so middle school and like elementary school I was anxious. Like I could feel myself and like feel like there would be days where like I would come into school and I would have to like run into the bathroom because I'm like, yeah, I'm having a panic attack.
Wow.
But I didn't know what it was because like it
wasn't named.
It wasn't actually
it wasn't named. Like it
wasn't. I just thought I was just like quirky. Quirky.
I'm just feeling these little feels.
I'm so quirky.
I'm just feeling all these things.
No, because that's exactly how it fucking felt to me. Because I was like, I don't know why I feel like I just need to go cry. Like, and it was like a thing. It was probably like, it was a thing.
Sorry, I just remember something.
What?
I remember one time I was in Georgia and and I don't know what made me so upset. It was probably just general, and I was upset and I was crying upstairs, and I go back downstairs. Mom goes, "Were you crying?" I'm like, "How did she know I was crying?" I get back upstairs. I look in the mirror. I have tear streaks down my face, dried on my face.
You know what's crazy?
And I was like, "What?"
As a kid, my mom used to do that shit to me all the time. She's like, "Were you crying?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "How'd she know?" Literally puffy red eyes. Like, as you guys can see, like I'm not like that dark. I do get red.
She's
sometimes.
a white woman.
Shut up. I am not. Yeah. No, but like it's very much like my whole face is red.
Yeah.
The tip of my nose
gets red. Right.
Red, like
right.
Rudolph. Like I was like, how'd she figure it out?
How'd she know I was crying?
That bitch is a witch. Like, she got magic.
Moms just know.
No, she can tell. Like, her little light skinned baby running up to her.
Mom, she just looked at me like, "Were you crying?" And I was like,
"That's a tear. That's a dried shit."
How'd she know?
You were like, I thought I was. You were like, I thought I was.
I thought it was so mysterious, and she never know I cry. I don't cry. I'm a big girl.
No, my mom, she's not like the emotional type. So it's like, so it's very funny that like her first kid is the most emotional person.
I feel
ever. Because like there'd be times where like I'd be crying and my mom would be like, "Go cry by yourself." Like, you need to go cry by yourself because I don't know how to deal with you, because I just don't deal with emotions.
Oh my god!
So there was a lot of times where it's like I would just have to talk to my nana because I'm like, my mom just doesn't know how to deal with emotions. And now, like in her older age, like like my sister is very emotional, and like the thing is, she's emotional and she's kind of like a Disney princess emotional.
Yeah.
Where it's like she'll have like a temper tantrum and like throw herself kind of like on something and just lose her mind. And my mom be like, "I can't talk to you when you're like this. Go talk to your sister." And so then my sister comes up to me and she's like, "I just," and I'm just like, "Yeah, let it out. It's okay, babes. It's okay."
Yeah.
Like, it's so. I find it so funny.
I think my mom just took the quiet approach. She'll just be there, but she'll just be quiet. She'll just be like,
no.
So
like my mom literally didn't know like how to deal with such an emotional kid, because I cried at everything.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Like it was to the point where like my mom was like, "You need to stop watching Monsters Inc." Like, I don't understand why you're watching Monsters Inc. because you know it's gonna make you cry. And I'm like, "But I love the movie."
But yeah, it did not. But the thing is, it did not stop when I was a kid. Like, I still cry. You already know this. I still cry as I'm older. And my mom would be like, "You gotta get to an age like where you just don't cry like that all the time."
No, like my mom knows.
And I was like, "I'm sorry if I'm upset. I'm gonna cry." Like, it's not gonna. I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah, my mother's just not like an emotional person, so it's like I feel way too much. So like when I came to that conclusion that I probably had anxiety since I was born, it's like crazy, because I remember being a kid and like something just like not going my way, or just like me waking up and just feeling like loads of just nervousness and being like, I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cry. Like, that's how I dealt with it every single time. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to cry.
Just gonna have to cry it out.
Yeah. As a big adult, I still cry. I think.
But I honestly like grew up and I realized that it's a strength. It's a strength to be able to tap into your emotions and cry it out, because a lot of people don't, and they hold it in. Yeah. And you know what? A lot of people transfer that energy into anger instead.
Yeah.
And that is like, I feel like anger is a little bit more destructive than sadness, because anger, you could literally lose so many people because you're angry at yourself, you're angry at the world, you're angry at everything else.
Yeah.
Instead of just processing that emotion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't think you could process with anger.
I don't, but yeah, no, I usually cry, or I get like really like depressed.
Yeah.
Like last year, 2023 was definitely a year of like depression, and I think now because
2023.
2023.
I'm about to say I was there for that. What?
No, like I think the issue is because I wasn't creating. I think now because I'm so used to, or I've gotten used to creating, it's your outlet to create.
Yes.
Like I need to, because 2023 was the only year that I did not physically create anything, and that was like the time that I was depressed.
I feel like that's where my anxiety lies, is when I get like no creativity, when I don't know what I'm doing next. Like when I'm not, it's like it gets like blocked, like backed up.
Yeah, you know what? It's definitely like that. Like it gets backed up. You said like the right word. I don't know what exactly it is, but it just feels like
you need a release.
Yeah, like, it's like a purge. Like you just need out. Like, you just need out.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when I realized, and that's why I was like, I think I said this to you before, where I was like, I just need to create, and that's basically how we became with this podcast. Because I was like, I need to create something. Yeah. If it's a weekly thing, I don't care. I just need to create something and put it out there creatively, because I'm tired. First off, I'm tired of my job. I fucking hate my job.
Oh, don't say that too loud.
I'm finna say it loud.
They gonna eat you.
I'm finna say it to the people in the back.
They gonna eat you.
People in the back.
Don't say it.
People in the back.
Stop it. They gonna eat you.
Nah, I do not like my job. I'm a farm tech. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say for which company.
Too much.
I just say I'm a farm tech.
You could have said, I have 2 jobs.
No, I'm so serious.
And you could have lied. Like they gonna eat you,
bro. I'm a farm tech. I'm not gonna tell you where a farm tech at. I just know that I'm a farm tech at a company, and I deadass
at a company,
and I deadass hate being a farm tech. Like I don't hate the company per se. Like sometimes I do shit that I fucking hate, but like I more likely just hate being a farm tech. Like,
right.
It's just not for me. Like the way how I've dealt with. Like, I'm so tired of dealing with, like, people, like, just not knowing how insurance works, how medicine works. Like, I'm just tired of that, and I think it's just because I don't want to be a farm tech. Like, I never grew up and was like, I want to be in medicine. Like, that was never, ever something I wanted to do. I did not want to do medicine. Yeah. So, that's why I told you, I was like, I need to create something, because I think I'm going to, like unalive myself one of these days if I don't do something creative.
But I kind of felt like the same way about like other jobs that I had in the past, where it was like I like in my spirit, like after I graduated high school and obviously you need to get a job and everything, I was like in my spirit, I just know I'm not supposed to be here. I was like, I know I'm supposed to be being creative and doing like I used to work at Old Navy. Not Old Navy. Why say Old Navy?
It's definitely Macy's.
No, I was gonna say
it's Macy's.
Barnes and Noble, Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, when I was working
Chipotle,
I started at Bath and Body Works first.
Oh.
So when I was working at like Bath and Body Works, it was just like I just know I'm not supposed to be here. Like I know I'm supposed to be creative, and at the same time, like Bath and Body Works milks you. Like a lot of jobs do. They milk you so hard.
They do.
And it's just like. And if I don't even want to be here in the first place, and you're milking me this hard, like like I'm so close to quitting, like you don't even know.
It's like, wild, because like even like now, like for the company that I work for and everything, like it's to the point where it's like my resume been out there. Like you guys keep fucking with me. Like it's like you keep fucking with me. It's like, girl, my resume's been out.
Yeah,
my resume's been out.
Yeah, like.
Since the start of 2024, I've been put my resume out. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Like, it's to the point where it's like, I think I told we were hanging out with some people on New Year's, and I literally said it. I was like, y'all, if 2024 don't work out, I'm about to go on OnlyFans. Like, and I think people think I was joking, but I was being dead ass serious. Like 2025, like swear to you,
get exclusive Kimmie
I
content.
Swear to you, if 2024 is not my year,
sign up to the Patreon.
2025, exactly.
You could vote. You could vote on what she sticks her toes in. It might be Jello.
It might be Jello.
It might be pre-cum bathwater.
Girl, you said we wasn't gonna talk about it because you understand. I will spend we're gonna be like
because we're gonna get we might get a little too into it, but Saltburn
sucks.
I wasn't gonna say it like
sucks.
That, but
it sucks. It's it
honestly,
sucks. It sucks pre-cum bath water. It sucks. That's how fucking bad it is.
Sucks up period blood like a. I just feel like just so up Saltburn's ass.
Too much.
And I feel like the story could have been a little bit stronger if certain aspects were changed. Yeah. I think people are. You good?
Yeah.
I think people are a little bit too shocked, like about that shock factor, that they're like, oh my gosh, it's such a good movie. It's like, no, all it did was shock you.
Oh my God.
It shocked you.
Like,
and
I told you movie, that it's become like my new Roman Empire.
Yeah.
It's become my new Roman Empire.
I've heard Kimmie's long tangents on this subject.
Yeah.
She is.
I'm not going to say nothing too much. I'm going to try to reel it in as much as I can.
Yeah.
The way how every single day, ever since we've watched that movie together, I found new things that just contradict each other.
Yeah.
I was like, the movie's not good. Like, I'm sorry, but the movie's not good. The movie is not good. Like,
I feel like it could have been great. That's my critique, is that you had something here. And
she wanted to be great. She wanted to be like one of those art piece movies.
She wanted
so
to be
bad.
Like
and it just
it
fell short.
Like
it fell short.
Yeah.
And then the sad part is that
she's still gonna win an Oscar.
Yeah, TikTok is eating that bitch up, and I'm lost because
it's like what was it, like 2 Girls 1 Cup? Like, it's like the shock factor is enough for people to speak about it.
2 Girls 1 Cup,
and that's all I'm getting from it.
Very much so. That's why it's like I don't understand. I just don't get why people love that. Like, I'm so sorry. I just do not.
I
like,
genuinely
if you
think it's
love
just
that
the shock
movie,
factor.
The way how I was telling my boyfriend I was really telling my boyfriend, I was like, bro, this way how this movie sucks. Like, and I tell him like in detail like everything about this goddamn movie, like scene for scene, bar for bar. And then he was like, oh, this movie sucks. Like, I'm kind of tired of hearing you talk about it. I said, no, I'm not done yet. I said, I'm not even at the halfway mark. More. I said, there's more. And then he was just like, so what's the purpose of this movie? And I said, everything that I said is the plot. And it's nothing. Yeah. There is no substance to this plot. There is actually no plot. It's just fucking things that are happening.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, we're gonna talk about it. Now
I said with Saltburn, I said that I felt like there was 3 major scenes, and she was like, these are some really crazy scenes. Yeah. And then was like, I need to write a story to fit those scenes in it.
Yeah.
That's how it felt like, because I was like, for the first part, I didn't even think that it really needed to even be in the movie.
No.
I was like, I feel like either those could have been flashbacks or to still like build the story, but we could have just started off like, first of all, if it's called Saltburn, he wants Saltburn. The first shot of the movie should have been a shot of Saltburn.
Yeah, you take like 30 minutes, 40 something minutes to get to like what the fuck the movie is called.
You don't know that he wants Saltburn until the end of the movie.
Yeah,
like, you don't even understand his motive. Like, I was like,
I was about to say, at this point, y'all, spoilers, because I need to get this off my chest. Somehow, some way, I need to get this shit off my chest. The movie sucks.
They clicked off. They're like, please, no more Saltburn. We've heard about it all.
No, because Saltburn,
have you even seen people like do like margaritas of like
Yes, I sent it to you.
I sent you one too.
Okay, because I was like, I seen it and I was like,
I sent you one on Instagram. I was like, ain't no way.
y'all really said bathwater.
You sent me the bubble one, but I sent you the margarita one where he made the rim come.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
The way how I'm so over Saltburn. I hope by the time this episode comes out, Saltburn is literally like done for.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But anyways, that's the end of this podcast episode. Yeah. We will love to see you next week. Please subscribe, like comment, do all the things. I think on the podcast on Spotify, you could like upvote, or is that on the podcast?
Oh, girl, we go on Spotify?
Yes, we're gonna be on Spotify.
That's crazy.
I think that there's a way to upvote or something like that on on
Spotify.
Like certain things. So just
give us
whatever you guys
are willing
positive, to do. Like,
give us nothing but positive love.
Give us some feedback. We love feedback.
We love constructive criticism. Mm-hmm. Do not go in the comments and be like, you guys fucking suck. You can shove that up your ass.
Or you can do that if you
want.
No,
don't do that. I'll cry. I can't keep crying. We just started 2024. I can't keep crying. Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, we will see you guys next episode. CNK.
Signing out.
Signing out.